In the quiet of the night, when shadows dance and the wind whispers, tales of the supernatural come alive. There's a certain allure, isn't there, to the unseen, the unknown, the unexplained. This allure, this fascination, is perhaps most potently captured in our collective love for ghost stories. Ghost stories, of course, are as varied and diverse as the cultures they emerge from. From the spectral apparitions of Victorian England, to the vengeful spirits of Japanese folklore, from the haunted houses of American suburbia, to the ghostly tales spun around the campfires of indigenous peoples, these stories are a testament to our enduring fascination with what lies beyond the veil of the seen and the known. And why wouldn't they be? There's a certain thrill, a certain chill, that runs down your spine when you hear a particularly eerie tale. It's this thrill, this chill, this sense of the unknown, that makes ghost stories such an integral part of our cultural fabric. But ghost stories aren't just about the thrill and the chill. They're also about the questions they raise, about the mysteries they pose. What is it that lurks in the shadows? What is it that goes bump in the night? Is it merely the product of overactive imaginations, or is there something more? Something unseen, something supernatural at play? These are the questions that have intrigued and captivated us for centuries, and these are the questions that we'll be exploring today. We'll delve into the various types of ghost stories that exist, and the cultural significance they hold. In the realm of the paranormal, there are stories that defy logic yet bear the mark of authenticity. Such is the tale of the Screaming Skull of Bettiscombe Manor, a quaint English country house with an eerie resident. This skull, believed to be of an enslaved man from the West Indies, is said to cause chaos if removed from the house. Its authenticity is supported by numerous historical records dating back to the late 17th century. Multiple eyewitnesses over the centuries have reported strange happenings, from unearthly screams to inexplicable maladies befalling those who dare to disturb the skull. Then there's the horrifying account of the ancient Ram Inn in Gloucestershire, England. This structure, built on a pagan burial ground, is believed to be one of the most haunted places in the world. The evidence? A multitude of eyewitness accounts with people claiming to have seen full-bodied apparitions, heard ghostly voices, and even felt physical touches. The inn's history, interwoven with tales of witch trials and sacrificial rituals, lends credibility to these chilling encounters. Across the Atlantic, we find the Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana, often referred to as one of America's most haunted homes. The tales of hauntings here are backed by a grim historical backdrop of murder and betrayal. Many visitors have reported seeing the ghost of Chloe, a former enslaved woman, wandering the grounds. These sightings are often accompanied by physical evidence such as unusual cold spots and unexplained photographic anomalies. And who can forget the infamous Amityville Horror House in New York? The haunting of the Lutz family in this house in the 70s is one of the most well-documented cases in paranormal history. The family's experiences, from seeing glowing red eyes to levitating in their sleep, were supported by subsequent investigations revealing a history of violent deaths in the house. These stories, chilling as they are, hold a certain credibility. They're supported by historical accounts, multiple eyewitnesses, and sometimes physical evidence. But what about the stories that don't? As we delve deeper into the world of the paranormal, we'll find that not all that glitters is ghostly. Sometimes what seems supernatural might just be smoke and mirrors, but more on that later. For now, let's keep our minds open to the seemingly impossible, to the authentic encounters that send shivers down our spine. After all, reality is often stranger than fiction. Not all that whispers in the dark is a specter. Some ghost stories are nothing more than figments of an imaginative mind. In our exploration of the paranormal, we sometimes stumble upon tales that, under scrutiny, reveal themselves as nothing more than crafted illusions. Take for instance the infamous case of the Floating Lady of Bullingham Manor. Once a chilling tale of a levitating woman haunting an old English estate, it was later debunked as a hoax perpetrated through cleverly staged photographs. The supposed apparition was nothing more than a life-sized doll suspended by nearly invisible wires, its otherworldly aura achieved through the use of smoke machines and dim lighting. Or let's venture into the realm of auditory trickery, where eerie whispers and phantom footsteps instill fear. An example is the spectral sounds of Cedar Hollow. The chilling, disembodied voices that echoed through the halls were later revealed to be cleverly concealed speakers, playing pre-recorded sound effects, a ruse designed to strike fear into the hearts of the unsuspecting. Then there's the psychological manipulation, a tool often wielded by those seeking to fabricate ghostly encounters. An apt illustration is the Phantom of Fear Street, where the terror was not a ghost, but the power of suggestion. The haunting was a product of leading questions and preconceived notions, planting seeds of fear that blossomed into a full-fledged ghost story. And who could forget the Ghoul of Grafton Street? The menacing figure caught on video turned out to be a prankster in a well-crafted costume, his spectral presence debunked by keen-eyed skeptics who spotted the zipper at the back. These tales, while intriguing, are reminders of our propensity for deception. They show us the lengths to which some will go, using everything from stage photos to sound effects and even psychological manipulation to craft convincing ghost stories. But what sets the real and the fake apart? As we delve deeper into the world of the supernatural, we're left to wonder, how can we separate truth from illusion in the realm of the unknown? In the spectral world, discerning truth from fiction is as elusive as the entities themselves. The ghostly realm is full of stories, some authentic, some fabricated. But how can we differentiate between the two? Let's delve into the common elements that both real and fake ghost stories share, and the differences that can help us distinguish between them. In both types of tales, there are three key components: the setting, the entity, and the witnesses. The setting is often a place with a storied past, like an ancient castle or a deserted house. The entity, of course, is the ghost, spirit, or apparition. And then, there are the witnesses, those who claim to have encountered these spectral beings. Now let's look at the differences. A genuine ghost story often has consistency. If multiple witnesses report the same experience, or a single witness has repeat encounters that follow a similar pattern, it adds credibility. In contrast, fabricated tales often lack this consistency, with elements that change or evolve over time. The credibility of the sources is another distinguishing factor. Are the witnesses reliable? Do they have anything to gain by spinning a ghostly yarn? If the answer to these questions is yes, then it's wise to approach their stories with a healthy dose of skepticism. Finally, the presence or absence of supporting evidence is crucial. In this digital age, we have access to a multitude of tools that can capture audio, video, and photographic evidence of paranormal activity. Real encounters often leave some form of tangible proof. On the other hand, fake stories are usually unsupported by concrete evidence, or rely on evidence that can be easily manipulated or debunked. In this spectral world where truth and fiction often intertwine, it's essential to approach every story, every piece of evidence with a critical eye. It's easy to be swept away by a chilling tale, but remember, not every shadow hides a ghost, not every creaking floorboard signals a spectral visitor. The line between real and fake may be blurred, but with careful scrutiny it can be traced. The world of the paranormal is a maze of mysteries, some real, some imagined. Throughout our journey, we've navigated the enigma of the unseen, delved into authentic encounters, and dissected crafted illusions. We've sought to distinguish truth from fiction, to bring clarity to the shadows that blur our understanding. Ghost stories have a timeless allure, captivating us with tales of the unexplained, the eerie, the beyond. Whether real or manufactured, these stories hold a mirror to our fears, curiosities, and our relentless quest for knowledge. In our fascination with the spectral world, it's vital to discern between authenticity and artifice. Yet in the end, the truth or falsehood of a ghost story isn't its core appeal. The real charm lies in the mystery it embodies, the thrill of the unknown, the tantalizing possibility of what might lurk beyond our perception. As we continue to explore this spectral world, we must remember that the charm of a ghost story lies not in its truth or falsehood, but in the mystery it embodies.